to create my Y strip, okay? I'm gonna take one of these, I'm gonna fold it over, or you could fold it over backwards, and there are lines purposefully, and they'll help you stay in the middle of the tape, okay? So we need a short Y, a long Y, and we need just an eye strip. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do again is spray. This is for a shoulder, an overhead athlete, rotator cuff, some kind of rotator cuff impingement, fraying, painful arc, that impingement syndrome, etc. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to come up the same and tip your head away. I'm going to come up the same way I did. Okay? So there's our first deltoid piece. Our second deltoid piece is now a Y strip. It's attached just below, because if I attach directly on, that's popping off for sure. So then I'm gonna get rid of my tails so that I have them exposed. Cut off the connecting piece. I'm gonna have him reach lightly behind and hold. I'm gonna take one piece around to the front. He'll take the arm in front of him now, across the body. Yep. You see how I always let go of the end. Don't pull all the way through the end. So now we've got his deltoid supported the same way you just saw me do. And then we're gonna add one more piece. So I'm gonna have you turn slightly. Okay, his supraspinatus is sitting in the spine of the scapula, right? In that groove in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to attach it a little bit to the skin right in front of our first deltoid piece, okay? If I attach it right on, it's done. It's going to be off soon. I'm going to release my tails there so I can have access. He's tipping away. I even might bring him in front a little. I'm going to take my first piece and come across just above the spine of the scapula, and then just below the spine of the scapula. And in that groove is your supraspinatus. So it just shows you that with a little creativity and understanding of your anatomy, you can really tape almost anything in any fashion with kinesio tape. I could have done an eye strip right across too, but I want to envelop that supraspinatus. So I could have done this part with the eye the way you saw me first. It just gives me a lot less space though to work with. So on someone smaller, I might not have had all that space right here to connect, so I have no skin to contact. Does that make sense? So this is the stuff that, like, when you go through the kinesio taping course, this is the stuff you'll practice. They'll start layering all these things and really showing you how to combine and then work based on condition that you might see. For example, rotator cuff or impingement, okay? So this one I like. It's a kind of a neat one. It involves the scapula as well, right? Because we're kind of hugging the scapula here too. So it's a nice one, and athletes can deal with all this tape on them, okay? Because it's sprayed, it's going to stay for days, and they get a really good support. Cool? Okay, good. So that's that.